Hi everyone, welcome to another Capital Talk video. I'm Rick Kessler with RVBusiness, and today we're going to talk about the premier issue of RV Enthusiast Magazine. And with us are three people of the many who are the founders of that magazine. With us is Bob Livingston, the publisher. He's the longtime technical writer and publisher of the former Motorhome and Trailer Life magazines. Bruce Hampson, he's the editor of RV Enthusiast, and he was the longtime editor at RVBusiness magazine. And actually, it'd be pertinent to point out that he was also a longtime editor at several car enthusiast magazines back in the day. Chris Dougherty is also with us. He's the technical director of RV Enthusiast. He is also an RVIA and RVDA certified technician and consultant to the industry, and also was a technical editor at Motorhome and Trailer Life. Not with us today, but people we should point out: Chris Hamer, technical editor of RV Enthusiast. He is also formerly of Motorhome and Trailer Life, where he was the technical writer and editor. He also owns his own marketing firm that caters to the RV industry. Sue Seidlitz, she's the advertising director at RV Enthusiast. She's the also was the in ad sales with Motorhome and Trailer Life. And then the last person to mention is Jim Mack. Jim Mack previously was the marketing director at Keystone RV Company, and Jim is handling your social media accounts. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the show. That was quite a long introduction.
It was, and it's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
If one thing is common, it's that Motorhome and Trailer Life was mentioned quite a bit in that introduction. And Bruce, you have you go back to those magazines as well, right?
Absolutely. Bob was my publisher when I was the top editor at Motorhome for a couple of years before I transitioned over to RVBusiness.
Very good.
Which at the time was owned by the same company.
So let's, Motorhome and Trailer Life, as most people know, essentially was rolled into a new magazine by Camping World, the publisher. That new magazine is called RV Magazine. That story plays a little bit of a part in why you guys have come together to start RV Enthusiast. Why don't you tell us about what the magazine is and the kind of content that you're going to provide?
Okay, well, maybe I'll start with that. As RV Magazine goes into a new direction, which is a direction that's very popular these days, it left an opening that we thought would be very important to bring information to the RV owners, and that would be how to work on your rig, how to maintain your rig, things that you can install, projects that you can do on your rig. And there's so many more people getting into it, and we still have complex RVs out there, and they're actually becoming more complex every day. And it's more difficult, sometimes to get appointments to get things worked on. And actually, hey, if you can keep these things maintained properly, you're going to have a lot fewer problems with them. And so we just thought there was a great pathway there to bring information, and really solid information. There's a lot of information out there in blogging that it's okay, but sometimes it's not as accurate as it should be. And sometimes it doesn't go into the depth. And so we've assembled a group of people here who are all enthusiasts, who have a lot of depth in the technical field, and also have, spent a lot of time in RVs. And we figured that, hey, let's continue to bring this information to these people, to the all these new people coming into it, and hey, they may not be per se Saturday mechanics or wrenches, but it's sure nice to have that information.
Yeah, and Rick, to emphasize that, I mean, the other magazine you spoke with will no doubt continue to carry technical stories. We're not saying they're not, but where RV Enthusiast differs is that's our focus. I mean, we also will cover product reviews. We'll cover big events. We'll cover RV makeovers. But for example, the issue that we just put to bed, out of the 82 pages in the first book, more than 50 of them were technical how-to stories. That's something that absolutely has never been seen in the industry before.
Well, let's talk about that premiere issue. As we're recording this interview, it's still about a week before that premiere issue will go live and the public can see it for the first time. You mentioned 50 some pages or so of editorial content. How about advertising? This might be your opportunity to speak to the industry.
But
Okay, well, the industry has been incredibly supportive of our new magazine, and our advertising line is very good, and we've made a lot of partnerships, and I think it supports the idea that there is a need for the kind of material that we're going to present to the readers.
Yeah, definitely. If I can add on to that, we talked to a lot of people in the industry, and there is a need for good, solid information. And I have a lot of technical experience in the industry. Bob does. I mean, we all do. But we want to make sure that everything that we put out there is as accurate as it can be. We're going to be working with a lot of people in the industry who work behind the scenes to make product, whether it's RVs themselves or aftermarket suppliers. We're going to be doing a lot of those kinds of things to bring the best information out there for people to really benefit from. So that'll be good.
Right. So exactly.
What, and maybe Chris, this is for you. Tell us the audience, the delivery of the magazine to this audience, frequency, those kinds of, and also where people can go. Okay,
well, that sure thing, Rick. So the magazine is all electronic, and our audience are all RVers. So we find most RVers today are pretty good with working on electronic devices. And so we're putting out an electronic book, but it's not a flip book. It's in a new type of format that is really going to be neat. It works very well on any mobile device as well as computers. It's interactive, so it lets you click on things. We can embed video. We can do a lot of different things like that over time. As we get rolling and get used to the new system. So we lay the book out just like a regular magazine, but we can expand on it from there. We have our website, rventhusiast.com, and as time goes on, there's going to be a lot more content on that website for our subscribers to see and use. We're going to be a monthly magazine. So the magazine will go out via email once a month around the 15th of the month. And then we're going to be getting into podcasts and some other types of multimedia also, which a lot of it's going to be interactive. So people are going to be able to interact with us, and we'll have guests and so forth on to answer technical questions about different systems and components and things like that, as well as some basic information. So again, education is key to people enjoying the RV lifestyle. And so we want to make sure they're getting the best stuff that they can. So we're going to provide everything we can in that regard.
And Rick, to answer part of your question, you asked how we were going to initially get it out to readers. We have partnered with different dealers and manufacturers in the industry. And I can tell you the first issue is going to go out to in excess of 1 million RV enthusiasts.
Yeah. Yep, that's going to be emailed out. And then on top of that, we're going to have quite a social media marketing push. Jim is working on that. And so it's going to be a neat rollout.
That's cliche to say this, but you guys just got to be excited as all get out.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're really excited about this. And what we want to do is we're going to continue the buzz in the industry, because industry continues to grow over the years, and in this buzz, obviously, is going to turn out is going to translate into a better experience for everybody. because the RV experience is the best. Everybody loves it. We all love it. That's what we do. I live in an RV full time. And so our purpose is to make sure that the experience is the best it can be. And when people are informed and they're having fun reading about it, I think that we can achieve that.
Definitely. Definitely. And there's so much people can do with their RVs. And we just want to make sure, Bruce mentioned before, we'll talk about RV makeovers and installs and things like that. We want to make sure people are doing those things the right way. A lot of people, when you see these projects online, they're certainly eye candy. I enjoy looking at them. But then, you realize, geez, is that have they taken into account safety? Have they taken into account weight and balance? Have they taken into account securing things to prevent damage or, different things like that? So those are all kinds of things. And that's just, a small piece of it. But we want to use the RVIA or the NFPA regulations and NEC regulations. And when we, put a piece out there, it's going to conform, it's going to be safe for people to use.
I'll second that. It's actually really great to have Chris there for a sounding board, because, we'll bounce off stories and he'll sit back and he'll say, no.
It's no secret that one of the biggest trends in the industry right now are all of the new people coming to the RV lifestyle. I mean, dealer inventory is at almost an all-time low. Eventually, these people are going to figure out that every now and then they're going to have to fix something on their RVs. I am assuming that's where you guys come in.
That's where we do come in. And I got to tell you that, with this new generation of RVers, they're still enthusiasts who want to learn. And we have a tagline that says that we're the how-to resource, the premier how-to RV resource. So everything that we do is going to help people, help owners and potential owners learn about the lifestyle, learn about how their rig works, learn about how they can keep it maintained properly. And as Chris said, make sure that they're safe. So that's our job. Our job is to make sure that people learn. So we ask the question, will the article provide something that they can learn? And if the answer to that is yes, then we're on the right track.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rick, we have all over the past couple of years been to industry events, whether they're dealer meetings or whatnot, and have heard somebody say at the podium, millennials don't like to spin wrenches. Well, we don't think that's true. Millennials, we don't think are adverse to spinning wrenches. They're adverse to bad information. They want to be comfortable with what they do. They want to see how to do it. And they want to be assured that what they're reading is a factual, accurate way to do it.
Absolutely. And, it's having that good information is a great thing. And we can present it not only in a factual format, but an entertaining format. It's interesting to read, podcasts and programs that'll be interesting to viewers. And so it's overall, it's just going to be a really neat. And I do want to point out one other thing too, is that, again, how to is a broad topic. So we're plugging how to into all kinds of different places of the RV experience. So it's, all different types of RVs. There'll be, if we do lifestyle, it's going to be tied into how to, and we can make the overall experience better. That's what we're trying to do.
Gentlemen, it all sounds absolutely terrific. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wish you the best of luck, but I don't think you're going to need any luck. It sounds like you're on your way.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you very much.